You know what it is, your man Diamond K in here, of course, the Diamond K Show, and we had a very entertaining edition of Verzuz, and we are going to get into all of that and talk about that right after this. So Verzuz was created during the pandemic, like the beginning of the pandemic. Swizz Beatz and Timbaland had their first matchup back in March of 2020. So in this rematch, a lot of people missed the first one. So this rematch really was the first time a lot of folks were actually seeing these two guys go together and have a battle of the beats, so to speak, playing songs that they produced for various artists. And what they did is each of them had DJs, and the DJs played the sets. Timbaland and Swizz Beatz were on stage and talking through some of the songs, performing some of the songs, and very, very entertaining. Now, the crowd, they were in a nightclub in Miami. The crowd was not engaged. Like, maybe they should have did it somewhere else. I don't understand what was going on with this crowd, as Timbaland and Swizz Beatz were playing songs that should have had them moving, and they were just, I don't know, just were like not into it. And at different points in times, they got a little bit lively, but for the most part, this crowd was the opposite of lit. They were just dim. they were dim. Anyway, so this Verzuz platform started on the back of Timbaland and Swizz Beatz and their first matchup. It was a great idea to connect people through music during the pandemic. And now it has become a major vehicle, a major music platform. And it's been a tremendous success for this duo. So they had their first matchup back in March of 2020. And the night before Memorial Day 2021 marked the first ever rematch. So the night was another celebration in the careers of these producers who both have amazing catalogs. So let's talk a little bit about presentation. I talk about presentation all the time and how important presentation is. So Swizz Beatz came out, suit, white suit, looking like a boss. And Timbaland came out in a Fendi short set and in a Fendi hat, and I suppose it was expensive, you know what I mean? But he looked crazy. He looked like the drunk uncle at your party, something like that. It was very entertaining, and he was sweating profusely. I guess the stage lights. He was drunk, so he didn't wear an undershirt. So the shirt was just soaked and sticking to his body. It was looking crazy. Now, for whatever Timbaland lacked in style on that night, he more than made up for in his catalog and the whooping that he put on Swizz Beatz. Swizz Beatz is a good producer. He really is. Timbaland is a great producer. And I just didn't. This was Timbaland all the way. It was a great night for hip hop, great night for R&B, great night for music. However, Timbaland just has a deeper catalog, a deeper catalog. We got to hear songs from Aaliyah, songs from Drake, songs from DMX, Missy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, of course, Rough Riders, Eve. Like it was a lot of Justin Timberlake. And speaking of Justin Timberlake, I don't know if you got a chance to sense this, but there's some tension between Justin Timberlake and Swizz Beatz, and Timbaland tried to smooth it over. And what I gathered is that they inquired about Timberlake participating in a Verzuz, and maybe he hasn't been too receptive to it. And Swizz Beatz threw a lot of shots at Justin Timberlake and saying that you got to respect the black culture and come to Verzuz and da 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 da. And so that was an awkward moment. The competition between the two producers was very lively, and as things can get, it was tense at moments. But it was a great evening. The competition, as I said, the competition was fierce. Okay, the very fierce competition between the two of them. But in the end, of course, you have a heartfelt moment at the end. Timbaland getting a jacket from Swizz Beatz for his birthday, he said, and had Aaliyah on it, and it had Missy on it, and it had the Beat Club, which is Timbaland's crew, and it was very nice. The logo, the Verzuz logo on the back, it was really cool thing to see, and it really highlighted how big the contribution between these two artists is. It was great to see, and really, listening back to some of those records, you can really have a lit party by just playing songs produced by these guys. And I'm sure me as a DJ, there were songs that I heard, of course, that I knew, but I didn't realize that they were produced by either Timbaland or Swizz Beatz. So that was just a great thing. And speaking of Verzuz in general, after they've signed this major, and it's a major deal with the Triller Network, it is things have really gone up to the next level. Swizz Beatz was talking about why didn't he sign with this outlet or that, or sell to this outlet or that outlet, obviously referring to Apple Music and some of the other companies that were involved in this bidding war, because many people may have been confused why the Triller Network. And Swizz Beatz said that they signed that deal because it allowed everyone, 43 artists that they had partnered with, to become involved and to break bread and get something from this deal. And some of the other offers just would allow them, Timbaland and Swizz Beatz, to get money from this. So he kind of explained that, and I think that was an excellent explanation. Another takeaway is that Timbaland wants to do a song with DaBaby. Okay, that was a reoccurring thing that he went to. But all in all, great evening. And as I say about Verzuz all the time, the real winners are the fans who get to see and witness these outings. But song for song, Timbaland, Swizz Beatz, Timbaland just has bigger records. Just has bigger records, and that's just what it is at the end of the day. The versatility that was shown by both producers was amazing, and I thoroughly enjoyed this Verzuz, and hopefully you did too. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire, of course. The Diamond K Show, we talk about entertainment, music, and give those reactions and thoughts, and talk about that. Now, Diamond K in the Morning, which is our daily political show, that is a different program altogether, but that's 8 a.m. Either way, youtube.com/DJ Diamond K. Like, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Your man Diamond K in here, of course.